Back to day 2 of the Armaggeddon Dota 2 Asia Grand Slam. We are here with the first match of this Vietnamese team, Team WAM, and the second match of Team ABC, the team led by Winter. Thanks everyone for joining us once again here on day 2. I am Goz from Beyond the Summit, casting live from Singapore at the Marina Bay Sands Convention Center. Excited to be here again, excited to have everyone come down later on today when things start to open up. Those of you in Singapore, no excuses, come on down today, come on down this weekend. Plenty of great teams, plenty of great Dota 2 action. Those on the live stream, well, thanks for doing your part, supporting this event, continuing to come out and support the stream of some of these sort of upcoming Southeast Asian Dota 2 teams. We have got, as said, a match between ABC and Team WAM. It's a WAM coming out all the way from Vietnam, ABC making their way from Malaysia, so a much shorter trip from them, and so far they're off to a good start. They won their first match fairly convincingly, and Team WAM, this is their first match of this actual tournament, so we're going to see how they do. They're a tough cookie, not an easy team to break down, and definitely one of the few teams who could maybe give ABC a run for their money. ABC, one of the sort of the clear favorites going into this tournament, having picked up some big victories as of late, taking down Orange just a couple days ago in a best-of-5 series, and well, going into this, they've got to be on their high horse thinking we can beat absolutely anybody who comes our way. But WAM, well, they've had some mixed results. They've had some good days, some bad days, and they're a team who, as said, on their good days, they can beat these other top Southeast Asian teams. So we'll have to see what kind of game they bring today. They're playing over on that Dire side, up against ABC over on the Radiant side, and we're seeing our first couple of bans and picks come out. A couple of players disconnecting, reconnecting. It looks like the draft is still going to go on. ABC repping the Beyond the Summit flags there. Kudos to Winter, but we're going to see how they do here in Singapore. They do have the first pick. They ban out the Keeper of the Light. WAM respond by banning out the Batrider, and now we're going to see last couple early game bans before we get into our before we get into our first stage of picks, well, the second stage of the draft, as there's a lot left in the pool. Of course, when you've only had 2 bans, there's still going to be a lot left in there. But ABC, a team who, I mean, for the most part, they sort of structure their lineups. I mean, they have Winter playing the support role. Ling will be playing that 4 position, the secondary support. We've got Wang Wang and then TFG, or in this case, Nothing More he's playing as. They play the sort of 2 solo roles, the solo mid as well as that side lane solo. Then you've got, well, the one and only Contrast player to play that carry role for Team ABC. As the last ban in the first stage is going to be a Magnus. So Magnus gets taken out of the pool. ABC don't want to have to deal with that. His team fight control, having an RP, having the initiation there is just not something that they want to be going up against. So they're going to ban it out. Something they also play quite a bit. So interesting to see them ban it out rather than look to first pick it. But they opt to just ban it out for the time being. Over on the Dire side, they ban out the Nyx Assassin. So now it's first pick to ABC. Heroes like Darkseid still in the pool. As are some other strong contenders. They also love their Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon Rubik, the 2 strong supports, both in the pool. But I'd say, what are we going to be looking at here as the first pick? Maybe just looking at the Darks here. As ABC Winter thinking through this one a bit longer. He wants to make sure he's got the right pick in mind. Hold on a second, let me just reduce some of this. Oh, there we go. There we go. Get that music down a bit lower. Hopefully that's okay. Do apologize for everyone on the live stream and other stuff. If the audio levels aren't right, let us know in the chat and we'll hopefully fix everything accordingly, as there has been a few new settings being adjusted. We've actually got a Dota TV ticket now, so those of you who want to watch in Dota TV, feel free to head on over to the Dota 2 Steam store, get a ticket. I believe it's $3 for the 4-day LAN event, and you can watch all these games in Dota TV. If there's issues with the audio on the stream or on the Dota TV, do let us know in the chat. We'll do everything we can to fix it here. But we're basically just hoping that everything does work okay for you guys. So far, so good. We've got through day 1 okay, and had some fantastic cool features like the instant replay, which we'll be having plenty more of today. So you guys on the live stream definitely get to see some of those cool features. So it's definitely worth watching on the live stream when you get that instant replay feature. But Darkseid is going to be the first pick for ABC. That's going to be what they want to go for. WAM respond by picking up the Rubik, which sort of, well, it's going to leave the Shadow Demon. I imagine ABC are going to be looking to grab that Shadow Demon in that 2nd or 3rd pick, unless it also gets picked up here by WAM. As, well, what's it going to be with this 2nd pick? Do they start looking to pick up some of their solos, some of their carry-type heroes? Or, well, do they go with somewhere else? Or maybe they even look to snag their other support hero, get the Shadow Demon, prevent ABC from getting a Shadow Demon of their own. It's WAM. I mean, they're sort of coming into this match as a bit of an underdog. Harder to know what to expect from this team. And as a result, they're a team who could potentially catch ABC by surprise. Winter was saying to me, though, they're a team who aren't going to be an easy team to beat. They're definitely one of those teams who, when they play well, can be tough to beat, and potentially is not going to be one of ABC's easy matches in this tournament. As reserve time, wow, a lot of that reserve time being chewed through. They're really thinking through this 2nd pick. Templar Assassin. Oh, interesting. I mean, it's a strong solo mid hero, but your problem is your opponents already have picked up that Darkseer. A hero, if they really want, they can just send mid, and Darkseer does so well against the Templar Assassin in the mid lane, so it's very risky, I think, picking up this Templar Assassin right after this Darkseer pickup. To wait and see how it pans out for WAM, but it is very high risk, and ABC, well, I'd be absolutely shocked if they don't pick a Shadow Demon here. They're looking at probably a Shadow Demon with 1+1, where they look to pick up Contrast players carry hero now. Maybe they just get another solo, or even their secondary support, but Shadow Demons, there we go. Good old faithful Winter. Shadow Demon, Queen of Pain, so possibly not seeing the Darkseer in the mid lane with this Queen of Pain pickup. Queen of Pain likely to go towards the mid, more likely to go towards the mid lane. Darkseer can play that off lane. And the thing that these teams like to do is, well, they just abandon that offlane. When you're up against a strong tri-lane, rather than send your offlane hero there just to sort of sit as his own tower, struggle to get farm, struggle to XP, you send your offlaner straight into the jungle. And Darkseer, well, he's great at jungling. So maybe that's something where ABC look to do here. They'll get a strong sort of support duo, something like a Shadow Demon Lina. We had Ling playing an absolutely ridiculously farmed Lina yesterday. One of the most farmed Linas I've ever seen. And definitely something we could be looking at potentially here once again. Puck going to be the last pick for WAM, so despite this early Templar Assassin pick, maybe we're not looking at a Templar Assassin mid. Can be looking to see maybe Templar Assassin go safe lane with Puck at mid, but generally speaking, we're looking at a Puck in the off lane. Although against a strong tri lane, that Puck in the off lane is not going to gain farm and XP. Even with having the phase shift as well as the illusionary orb, you're only getting one at level 1, and getting that level 2 is going to be ridiculously hard if you're up against something like a Shadow Demon Lina or a Shadow Demon Leshrac. Maybe WAM look to ban out some of those strong secondary supports, but there's just so many in the pool that you can do. Even if Lina and Leshrac are banned out, you just get something else, whether it's a VS, maybe a jungler like a Chen or an Enchantress. There's just so many different ways that ABC can look to sort of round off this draft of theirs. So, we'll have to wait and see how WAM look to deal with this sort of, this potentially struggling offlane. Puck, not an offlaner who can just go into the jungle like a Darkseer, which does sort of give them fewer options with how they lane this. Alternatively, if they really want, they can go for an offensive tri-lane. Send the Puck and Templar Assassin to the mid lane as well as the safe lane, but once again, it's Puck, a hero who doesn't really do all that well in those 1v1 matchups if he's not in that mid lane. He wants to be in the mid lane, he wants to go for that bottle fast. As now we get to second bans. Now we see the carries being banned out. Neither team having picked up their main carry, unless we're looking at Templar Assassin filling that role, but most likely, that's not what we're looking at. So, we'll see carries being banned out. Lifesteal's going to be the first to go. Probably see WAM banning out something like a Faceless Void. Contrast players played that hero quite a bit. Luna's still in the pool. And then we're looking at stuff like the Anti-Mage. And, well, I dare I say Morphling. I don't think we're going to see a Morphling here. That hero is just sort of faded out of existence. There's your Faceless Void ban, though. As Winter going to have a couple more bans coming out from himself. And, I mean, when your opponents already have a Rubik as a support, banning those secondary supports, unless you're scared of sort of an aggressive jungle like a Chen or an Enchantress, it's not really worth banning. You're better off banning out some of the carry heroes that you don't really want to pick and you're afraid your opponents might pick. So we'll have to wait and see what that's going to be. Sven actually being banned out. I like this ban. When you've already got the Templar Assassin, you don't have to get another sort of hard carry like a Faceless Void. It's having a Sven, well, I say he's not a hard carry, but when you get the Mask of Madness, Armlet, Treads, and a big Daedalus crit going, you sure as hell can be a hard carry. So I do need to sort of clarify there. It can be played as a hard carry, but he's sort of a strong sort of early to mid-game team fight hero with the AoE stun, with the Warcry, and that cleave damage kicks in a lot later in the game when you get those sort of 4 big slots of items filled up. So, we're going to see, well, there's your Chen ban. So it looks like WAM are a bit cautious of some of these jungling heroes. They'll take out the Chen. Enchantress still in the pool, of course, as is Enigma. And ABC every now and then will go for somewhat of a sort of greedy lineup with that Enigma in the jungle. If they think they can at least win 2 of the other lanes. If their mid lane's looking pretty good and their safe lane farmer isn't going to be up against an offensive tri-lane, they'll pick up that Enigma. Get a bit greedy. Go with something like Enigma just farming away in the jungle, getting fast levels and XP, and hey, it can pay off. So maybe something that WAM has to look out for, at least sort of prepare maybe an offensive tri-lane with. Something which ABC, well, the Sven ban says no offensive tri-lane for you. That's a great offensive tri-lane hero, as is the Lifestealer. So 2 bans on heroes that can potentially cause ABC some problems with some strong aggression. Gyrocopter, another hero still in the pool. We haven't seen Gyrocopter at all yet in this tournament. A hero not really favored by the Southeast Asian teams, much more sort of in the European metagame, but definitely worth consideration here when you're looking at what WAM have especially. Rubik, Gyrocopter +1 in a tri-lane could cause some serious damage. ABC going to ban out the Anti-Mage though with their last ban, as we're going to see what that means. What's that going to leave WAM and what ABC are going to get left with after this final ban. Who's going to be their carry? Luna's still in the pool. Now imagine Luna at this point is probably the go-to carry hero for ABC. Contrast player can play him. Winter does, probably has some faith in that. The Shadow Demon Luna lane, you've got the Queen of Paint as well as the Darkseer, providing some additional sources of damage. So all in all, I think Luna fits in there. Lone Druid actually completely forgot about that hero. He's still in the pool. Well, he was still in the pool. He gets banned out now. And WAM, well, they've obviously seen everything, every possible angle, and decided that the Lone Druid one is going to be the worst. They'll leave the Luna in the pool here, and there we go. Luna gets picked up by ABC, and I think it's okay to give that away. I mean, Lone Druid could have caused them even more problems. A safe lane Lone Druid with a strong mid-game push and team fight coming out from the Darkseer Queen of Pain would have caused them a lot more problems. Luna at the same time, well, there's great mid-game team fight. There's great pushing power as well. Not quite on the same level as a Lone Druid with that Spirit Bear, doing the demolish damage as well as just having a great sort of tanking frontline ability. But still, the pushing power is there if they want to go for that. And they can really go for it with this fifth and final pick. If they get basically a pushing jungler, something like an Enigma or an Enchantress. Alternatively, they go for something like a Leshrac. You have the Diabolic Edict to help bring down towers, and you also have a strong support duo to go with the Shadow Demon. So, that's ABC's options. Where do WAM look to go? They haven't got a carry of their own, and, well, carry options are suddenly becoming very, very limited. And this is where we're sort of looking at those fringe carry picks. Something like a Clinks. I say Clinks, but when you've already got an Invis Templar Assassin, also a single target carry like a Templar Assassin, or carry, semi-carry, whatever you want to use to describe this hero, it's a single target hero. Getting Clinks as well, it's another single target hero. That's where, I mean, Faceless Void, he's single target, but he has an AoE lockdown with a Chronosphere. He can also cleave through with the Battle Fury, so he's not really this sort of one-trick pony. All Templar Assassin does is, well, you can slow multiple targets, but you're always just attacking one target. Faceless Void has that AoE lockdown. Antimage has his mobility, has his split push power. Templar Assassin is very one-dimensional in that way. And that's where you kind of need a secondary sort of carry here. And Clinks, well, he's not really, he's a secondary carry, but he fits the exact same role as a Templar Assassin. So I don't really feel it will fit all that well. I think a Gyrocopter would be fantastic, though. Tide, Rubik, Gyrocopter, player farming Gyrocopter, and you're looking at a strong lineup. There's your aggressive jungle. They pick up the Enchantress last, and, well, Shadow Demon Enchantress with a Luna, potentially offensive trialing, but I think more likely they just look to play it in the safe lane, have Luna almost solo, and Shadow Demon Enchantress can roam around the map as a strong, aggressive ganking duo. They can gank the mid-Templar Assassin, they can look to just push down towers wherever they want. They can even go basically to the top lane, gank the trialing if they really want. With a Darkseer there with some levels, they can definitely cause some issues. Darkseer, well, depending what trialing he's expecting, he may look to start off in the jungle. He can take 2 of the neutral camps while Enchantress takes a couple others, and ooh, Shadow Fiend. I mentioned there weren't many carriers left in the pool, and that's one of the ones that is left in the pool. Most likely going to see a safe lane Shadow Fiend here coming out, as Templar Assassin will probably want to go towards the mid lane, especially considering that we're not going to be seeing a Darkseer mid. At least it doesn't look like it. We could, though. Could very well see Darkseer go mid, Queen of Pain go to the safe lane, and then have the tri-lane for ABC up top. I'd love to actually see something like an aggressive tri-lane along those lines. It definitely it'll be the first time this tournament we've actually seen an offensive tri-lane, so there may be a first for everything. We'll have to wait and see. I can't actually reveal the lanes until the players themselves have seen them, because they're sitting 5 meters away from me. Hi, guys. And, well, they can hear everything I say, unfortunately, which means, as some of you may have realized yesterday, I can't reveal stuff like smoke, gank, stuff happening in fog, big item pickups that may change the game, teams going for Roshan, all that jazz. Well, I have to be as secretive as possible. I'll try to convey what's going on just through my camera work, something which, at best, has been somewhat skeptical. Luckily, we have this instant replay, so every kill I miss, well, not every, but hopefully whatever kills I miss can be caught with that, and we'll miss none of the action for you guys over on the live stream, as well as here at the event. But we're going to see over on the Radiant side, let's introduce our 2 teams. We've got Team ABC, led by the former Orange Esports player, Winter. He's playing the Shadow Demon. Ling, the former MUFC player, playing the Enchantress. We've got the former Hon player, tagged up as Hon Trash player, WTF, playing the Luna, the carry. We've got Wang Wang, another former Hon player, playing the Darkseer. And then finally, Queen of Pain in the hands of Nothing More, or TFG, another former MUFC player. Over on the Dire side, the team from Vietnam, the only Vietnamese representative here in Singapore, here at the Armaggeddon Dota 2 Asia Grand Slam. It's Team WAM. We've got Nice KS and Wellplay playing the Tide Hunter. We've got Kim Yan playing the Rubik. We've got Kamina playing the Templar Assassin. We've got the Shadow Fiend in the hands of Nguyen Thao. And then finally, where is that last hero? I see 4. Is there a 5th? He's somewhere. He's somewhere. There we go. It's Boa playing that Fairy Dragon, the Puck. And he's going to be, well, most likely your off-lane solo. Could always go towards the mid lane, depending where they want to send the Templar Assassin. It's all about what do you think your opponents are doing as far as lanes go. Ooh. I like this early movement coming out from the ABC Radiant side there. Looking to basically, I mean, this early game's always about setting up wards, trying to scout out what your opponents are doing, whether it's scouting out runes, scouting out their lanes, trying to get maybe block the pulls here. Something which actually is a lot harder to do now. These small camp pulls have been... It's harder to pull them now in the most recent version. I don't think you can actually use this mid-camp pull here over on the Radiant side. The Dire side also is still very, very difficult. So these sort of little changes to the way that the game is going to be played is going to come right into effect here in this Armaggeddon Dota 2 Asia Grand Slam. So, well, we'll see how it affects the team. We'll see if they even try and use these mid pulls. I don't think these small camp pulls is actually possible anymore. Someone was saying it's like possible to do like 15% of the time if you get a range creep. You can't do it with the melee camp, but the range camps you can sometimes do it with. But as far as I know, what Ice Frog is trying to do with the balance is trying to basically say you can't use this small camp pull. If you want to pull these camps here, the normal pull camps, you can pull this camp up. I can't actually draw on the map right now while I pause. Or if you want to pull this camp here, pull this camp over to the left, you can do that. If you want to pull this camp here, the standard Radiant pull down, you can do that. But what they're not going to allow is these small camps to be pulled. If you have something like a Rubik, you still can, because you can pull it up enough, it will start walking back, but if you telekinesis the creep further up, then you can still do it. So maybe we see something like that happening for WAM, using the telekinesis to use that small camp pull. But at this point, it's very, very gimmicky, and it's just something that, for the most part, they're going to be looking to just have sort of standard stable lanes. Use this creep pull here, stack it up, pull it when you can. And I think I'm about to say BTS. This name at the top for ABC is going to completely throw me off. Not that I mind, not that I mind. Any awareness is good awareness of BTS, of course. As it looks like nothing more says they're ready, but I imagine ABC may even just abandon the offlane. We've seen them do it before. Unless they go offensive tri-lane with the Shadow Demon, Enchantress, and Luna, we quite likely see them just send Darkseer into the jungle and have their tri-lane at bottom with the solo mid Queen of Pain. It looks like both teams were ready. Disconnect coming out from Wang Wang. A couple early morning technical issues here as the two teams are just making sure all their settings, hotkeys, peripherals are all good to go. The teams have been equipped with the Armaggeddon gaming gear and peripherals. Definitely worth checking out some of that, guys. WAM, well, what are they going to be up to here? They've got a great team fight here. You're looking at a Tide, Ravage, Shadow Fiend Ultimate, and Puck as sort of a great initiator as well. Tide's not really a great initiator, he's a great team fight hero, but getting into that Ravage when you don't have a Blink Dagger is going to be very, very difficult. And this is a support Tide we're looking at. When you've got the 3 core of Puck, Shadow Fiend, and Templar Assassin, we're not looking at a farming Tide. Maybe he gets the 4 position and gets some Arcane Boots and maybe a Blink Dagger around the 25-30 minute mark, but most likely we're going to be a very late Blink Dagger on this Tide, if he gets a Blink at all. So Puck has to be the one initiating in, and Tide has to look to follow it up with a nice Ravage. As the game will resume here. Both teams just trying to figure out where this rune is going to spawn. Looks like a bit of just a showdown here. Standoff at the top lane. We'll have to wait and see just what these lanes are going to be. I can't say who's seen who, even when teams do know, as both teams don't know where observe wards are placed. Both teams don't quite know what their opponents can see, so as always, I have to be somewhat secretive with what I'm saying here. As the lanes are going to be coming out now. It looks like both teams are ready to go once again. Team WAM say, let's get things underway. And we'll see our lanes in just a second here. Mid lane going to be the first one to clash. And, well, that's where we will see the Queen of Pain of TFG. He's up against the Templar Assassin. Kamina going to be playing that in the mid lane. Looking for a fast bottle. Has gone for the 3 branch build. Queen of Pain getting a few more stats here. And then we've got, well, top lane. The farming Shadow Fiend. He's up against the Darkseer for the time being. Question is, are there more? And yes, there is. It's a tri-lane offensively by ABC, and it's not your standard tri-lane. They didn't send Luna there. They sent Darkseer there. Shadow Demon and Enchantress going to go to the enemy jungle and try apply pressure onto this Shadow Fiend lane. And, well, I like this decision. Shadow Fiend, he can't really offer much at low levels. And Tidehunter, another hero who, well, he struggles. He's got a gush here, but he's actually already used one. Used through a bit of his mana. Has got some clarities there to play around with. But all in all, this is not really an easy lane for WAM to defend here. We'll have to wait and see if they can look to find initiation. It's going to be a disruption followed up by the Enchantress creeps coming in for some additional slows, collapse, stomps, whatever you might find. As Sentry Wards, both teams trying to just vie for map control here at the top lane. There was a ward behind tower and instantly de-ward by the Rubik. He was not having any of it. Winter. What are you up to? What are you up to? He's going to pull this. He's actually just pulling this creep away. He's actually going to go in. He's found Rubik. The Ursa. He gets surged up. That helps to catch up, but he gets thrown up in the air with the telekinesis. It will hit the clap. Kim Yan, he's going to get brought down for a first blood. It looks like just a bit more Iron Shell damage is needed. And look at this SF. The Tornado creep. This Tornado's brought him down to just low HP. ABC get 2 kills to start things off. Ling going to take a fall on the backlines as Tide. He gets 1 revenge kill. But he's now out of mana, having used that second gush here. I mean, he may go down. This Iron Shell just does so much damage at level 1, and this is a level 2 Iron Shell even. 3 kills go the way of ABC very early on at the top lane. What a start for them. They come out kicking and fighting, and, well, WAM don't really have much of a response there at the top lane. As mid lane, Queen of Pain really put up in the heat on this Templar Assassin early on. Low HP, low mana, does have the bottle out, but can't really use it for the time being when you've got that Shadow Strike poison damage on you. Bottom lane, Puck, caught the end of that as Luna gets a solo kill on the Puck. It looks like Puck was trying to get aggressive, but Luna just ran forward, dodged the Puck, and got a solo kill there. Big play. Meanwhile, the top rune, they found Templar Assassin here. Oh, dearie me. More kills going the way of ABC, just 2.5 minutes in. We're up 5 kills to 1. I need to up my game here. There's action happening in all 3 lanes at once. Unfortunately, I can't be in 3 places at once right now, guys. We'll see a TP coming back towards the mid lane, and here's the 2 supports. They've rotated mid. Titan and Rubik both there. Are they actually abandoning top lane? They have. They give up a tier 1 tower at just 2.5 minutes in. ABC just putting on too much pressure there. Shadow Fiend rotates bottom as well. It looks like the supports may even decide to do so as well. They were in mid, and they were basically taking a route straight down towards the bottom lane. Contrast player with that early solo kill. He's, already got his Tranquil Boots. He's got some decent CS. Not farming as well as he'd like, but hey, all in all, he's doing all right here. There we go. Gush coming out from Contrast player. He's again coming from inside. That's the support rotation. Rubik's Ed does have a telekinesis, but there's not enough damage. It's a TP incoming from Winter. Is there any more backup? There isn't, but this could be the end of Tide. Oh, look at the body block. There's no running Tide. Razor's going to come flying in from the Shadow Fiend, but it looks like it's too late. They may get Winter here, but I don't think they've got enough damage. 2 more right clicks come out. Nope, 36 HP. They need a third. Shadow Fiend still trying to fight his way out of this one. One more Lucent Beam. SF, 6 HP. Luna thinking about it from the sides. Shadow Demon, nope, he's backed off. Shadow Poison could have maybe finished off that Shadow Fiend, but he pops a Tango, but he's going to have to go back to base heal anyway, so all in all, another one clash for ABC. They get the Titan a kill, they keep Luna alive in the bottom lane. Luna, well, heals back up with the Tranquil Boots, also has a magic stick now, and there's just no firepower left in this bottom lane. SF has to heal. Tide's out of the lane, and well, look at this top lane. Tier 2 tower under pressure, and it's a Tier 2 tower as well as a Puck. Puck gets killed at the top lane. Wang makes sure of that. He's got himself Arcane Boots. Good ton of gold here, and chances for the Basilisk Ring, and this Tier 2 tower now going to be under a lot of pressure here at the top lane.
Come on, sprites!
Mid, Templar Assassin. Gonna have to get involved very soon. As soon as TA hits level 6, I feel we have to see TA start ganking, start moving around the map, because these lanes are just not working out for Team WAM. They're losing almost, I think they're losing all 3 lanes right now. Queen, okay, not mid. TA is basically on par with the Queen of Pain, slightly ahead even. But the other 2 lanes are just going horribly wrong. Puck, you gotta be careful there. Also bottom lane, we see Luna come back in. Level 5 only. Once we get that level 6, that's where this bottom lane goes from bad to worse. We've got some low-level, squishy tri-lane heroes. Level 2 Tide, level 3 on the Rubik and Shadow Fiend. Up against level 6 Luna, that will not be pretty. Top lane, it looks like they've sort of withheld a bit of pressure on this tier 2. Well, a bit of creep, manages to get this creep wave past it, so they will be able to just slowly chip away at it. And the problem is, well, these supports have decided to stay bottom. They've got to protect the Shadow Fiend. They can't leave Shadow Fiend alone here. He'll just die to a solo Luna, and well, Shadow Demon's been there a couple times already before, so they have to keep the supports at bottom lane. They'll look to just harass down on Trash, but is there going to be enough damage here with the long-range raids? They've already used it. The C-Raise is gone. Need another mid-size range, and it just wasn't there. And the problem is this top tier 2 tower is going to go down because the supports are too preoccupied at top. They can't really kill the Puck with just these 2 heroes, but what they can do is just push a tier 2 tower, get more gold for these heroes at bottom lane. The Luna there, level 6 now. And healed already back up to pretty much full HP with the Tranquil Boot. So they basically waste mana, throw a Gush, throw a Rubik Fade Bolt, and not a whole lot is achieved. And there's going to be your tier 2 tower going down at top lane. Swift to be popped here. We'll have to wait and see if maybe a TP comes in, but it just doesn't look like it. Templar Assassin, level 6 now, the one here who can look to maybe try fix things in some of these lanes. He's going to be the one who sort of, well, basically makes up for all these things happening in these other bad lanes. There's bottom lane. You see Hon Trash Player, he's continuing to farm. 2 seconds as we'll just quickly turn the in-game music down a bit for you guys watching on the live stream. Bottom lane, SF, he's level 4. Luna, oh man, once you get level 7 as well, that Ultimate the Eclipse is going to do even more damage. Even in this, I mean, he's up against a tri-lane on his own. Shadow Demon's been doing some pulls here, but even with just a 2v3, they may look for kills here. Level 6 Luna is just going to do tons of damage if they can catch heroes out on their own. And Hon Trash Player is trying to do just that. Disruption coming in from the side. He needs to go for a good Lucent Beam. He'll do so. Is there going to be up? It is on the SF. They get 3 on the SF. Oh, only one of those Eclipse Beams actually hit another hero. It looks like Titan may go down as well. They're chasing Winter. He's going to hide in some trees here. Can he get out of this one? It looks like Titan may be brought down. Yes, it does get brought down 2 for nothing. Great play from Luna as well. Shadow Demon there. Winter juking and jiving, gets out of there, and oh, top middle lane. Darkseer finishes off Templar Assassin. They get a kill on him as well, and with 2 towers at top taken down, it looks like they may want to push down this tier 2 at mid as well. They're going to get this tier... I say tier 2, they haven't even got the tier 1. I'm getting ahead of myself. ABC, they're not. They're going for the tier 1, and then they'll move on to this tier 2 maybe, but they've got so much aggressive pushing power. Just continuous aggression coming in, 10 kills to 1. And I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. Oh my gosh, 7 minutes in. That's what we're looking at. That is absolutely ugly. And WAM, well, they are in dire straits right now. Their options are few and far between as far as this game goes, and Templar Assassin with boots and bottle. Are there any phase boots coming? If we see some phase boots up soon, maybe TA can look to get a bit more aggressive, especially with the level 7, with the maxed out refraction. You can see TA doing quite a bit of damage, especially in some of these squishier options like the Shadow Demon, the Enchantress. These kind of squishy support heroes can be brought down pretty fast by a level 4 refraction with that point in meld. But none of these heroes with any farm. WAM are just struggling. TA with the highest CS, SF with next to nothing, and Tide, well, not talking about CS here, but he needs levels. He needs level 6, and he's level 3 right now. All of these heroes just suffering as far as XP goes, and the XP graph is just as ugly. Double their opponent's XP. That is a huge, huge difference when you double your opponent's XP at any point in the game. Having essentially just, it's a completely colossal lead that WAM are facing right now. Contrast play at the bottom lane, he's got himself a lot of fun. We'll probably see a fairly aggressive, but oh, it's top lane. They found Puck. Queen of Pain came in. As Darkseer and Queen of Pain, well, they teamed up to make sure they got that Puck at top lane. Possibly going to see a bit more action here. It's Enchantress who's run right into 3 heroes. Tide as well as Shadow Fiend and Rubik. Can he get off the stun from the Centaur here? Tide's going to go running right back in. I'm not sure about the decision. Queen of Pain blinks in with the scream. Enchantress gets the kill here. 12 kills to 1 now as ABC is still on the chase. They see all and they see Rubik. They want him. Rubik, nope, not going to make it to the high ground. Will stun Ling. It looks like the chase is off. I say chase is off. Nope, it's not. ABC, they don't know how to stop. They're going to keep on chasing. One more Impetus to finish off the Rubik, and now Templar Assassin needs to be careful. Not taking any damage here, but caught out in no man's land. Queen of Pain comes in with a scream, a Sonic Wave as well, doing so much damage. Brings down no one just yet. They've only taken out the Rubik quite a bit of time ago. Puck taking a bit of damage, needs another phase shift. Is it going to come? 4 HP. Keeps Puck alive just narrowly. He's going to orb his way back to base. Problem is now it's Templar Assassin who has just overextended into a Darkseer. The Iron Shell is there. The damage over time. Refraction does not help against that. And now we see 14 kills to 2 going the way of ABC. They're going to look to just push on. It's bottom lane now with Luna and Shadow Demon teaming up. And well, that's a tier 1 tower at bottom it looks like that we've just seen. Yep, Luna picks up the tier 1. What item are we looking at, Luna? There we go. Yasha's being picked up by Luna. So we're looking at a Manta style coming out right off the bat from this Luna. As Rubik poking around, just looking to force this Luna back. As for now, ABC backing off, and we'll take a look at that Puck kill at the top lane, which we missed because, well, luckily for us, we do have this instant replay feature. Puck, well, gets caught up by an Invis Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain, well, Puck actually tries for a TP out here, but the vacuum is up. They managed to find him in the trees there. Nice bit of play there coming from ABC. When you have the Invis room, Puck actually played that as well as he could. Tried to orb into the trees and then TP out. Unfortunately, the vacuum was there. That also cuts down the trees, and they managed to bring him down there with that Invis room from the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain. Oh, Rubik. There's very little hope for you. Maybe he can look to deny himself on these Ancients. Best case scenario. Doesn't happen. Luna from the low ground finished off with a Lucian Beam. Queen of Pain gets caught up between some Ancients. If that raise lands, I think that would have been a kill. No, it's a level 3 raise. If it was a level 4 raise, it would have. Luna wants to ulti. Problem is there's Ancients nearby. Needs to get away from the Ancients. There we go. There's your Eclipse. Just a level 1 Eclipse. It should be... Oh, SF. 40 HP. We'll bring down Titan and moves on to the SF. Now, problem is there's vision. Luna has such great nighttime vision and gets 2 kills on his own. Hon Trash player. You good thing. Gets a double kill, and well, he's going to move on towards his bottom tier 2 tower now. One of the 2 other towers left remaining standing. And there's just so little that this Dire team can do. 17 kills to 2. Wang Wang just creep skipping here, and this is going to be almost... this would take a miraculous effort from WAM to defend this, and I mean, even just to pull back this game. They are just in a almost unwinnable position right now. The farm that we're seeing over on this ABC side. Look at this, Enchantress saying, yep, I'm just going to keep on farming. Let's get some levels, let's get some extra attack speed. Minus. Tier 2 bottom tower. It doesn't actually look like it gets defended. Glyph was popped, and looks like Luna backing off, or Darkseer backing off. Luna's completely just buggered off, gone towards the mid lane now. As Hon Trash Player continuing his farm. He's going to look to get his Manta Cell. Once Manta Cell's up, We'll see Queen of Pain. Oh, I love this item choice. You want to end the game fast? You want to just push, push, push? This is the way to go. And Enchantress looks like a solo kill on the Titan. One more Impetus. Is there vision? Yes, there is. The Mine is giving him the attack speed he needs to cast those faster and faster. He gets a solo kill on the Titan bottom lane. Is the push going to happen? Nope. Doesn't look like they want to push just now. WAM, well, they've got the phase boots up on the TA, so TA really is the only one who can sort of pack some punch, do a bit of damage in these team fights. They've got some initiation potential from a Puck. Still no maxed out silence though. Just a level 2 in the Waning Rift, and that's going to make it a bit harder to team fight. If you get Puck up to level 10, even without a Blink Dagger, you can still have a decent impact on these team fights. The one thing, this is what WAM have to aim for. Get Puck level 10, get SF, well, level 7, just so you have some level 4 raises, and get Tide level 6. If they have a Ravage, level 4 raises, and Puck with the maxed out silence, then their team fight looks a whole lot better. But even with that good team fight, the problem is they've got this huge level disadvantage. And well, they are now going to find themselves in a bigger disadvantage. Roshan being picked up by the Radiant team. ABC, give it to the Luna. Aegis on Luna now, as well as more additional gold going their way, and this is going to be the second time I do this game, and it's going to be the second time I regret this. Ouch. Not as bad as I thought. I was thinking we'd see like about a 20k lead, but not quite that bad. We're getting there though, and we're getting there awfully quick for a 13-minute game right now. ABC going to start getting to work on this tier 2 tower at mid. Illusion Rune gets popped, and well, there's no Magic Style just yet. Looks like he should have enough gold for it very soon. Oh, top lane. Oh, vacuum from the high ground to the low ground, but no, Enchantress. Stop chasing there. A couple of impetuses. If he'd committed to that, may have been enough, but it looks like didn't actually expect the Darkseer vacuum there. I didn't expect that Darkseer vacuum to hit. Tier 2 tower will drop as ABC. Well, there's one Tier 2 tower at bottom remaining. I don't even know if they're going to go for it. They may just look to barrel down this mid lane. Especially if they can get that Luna Manta style out in just a second. They've got the mech up on the Darkseer. He's now building towards a Sheepstick. Queen of Pain, Necro books. Looks like Courier is still sitting at base. They've got lots of gold to play around with here. Probably just waiting to bring everything out at once. Level 3 Necro, Manta style, and Enchantress with an Acceptor. Well, I say Acceptor, that's still a long way off, but this Necro 3 is coming up very, very soon, as is this Manta style. One trash player just leading the charge in this bottom lane. Wang going to start creep skipping once again. A bit low money. He does have the arcane boots up if need be. And there we go. He drops his arcane boots before he drops his arcane boots. Enchantress arcanes him, then he arcanes himself. Talk about being very cost efficient with your items. Really clever little trick there. You get more mana back from your teammates when you get arcaned if you drop his arcane boots. Drop the ultimate orb as well and you get even more back from it, but probably a bit too much there. You'd have to be dropping. It is high risk. If someone comes out and steals or destroys those items, well, goodbye. Got Wang at this mid lane. Well, continually creep skipping, continue just applying pressure, pushing out these lanes. ABC, they're not going all out for a mid push yet. It looks like they are waiting for some of these items, and there we go. Well, you've got gold for it, but the Courier is not there for it. Luna's got... Oh, that's what we were going for. I think this works better. That's right. I mean, Manta's great for pushing, but the BKB means there's no way he can die. He goes in, and you don't have to worry about Tide Ravage. You don't have to worry about the Puck Silence, the Puck Ultimate, the SF Raises. And that's really the big thing here, because I mentioned all these key levels for WAM. They've now got them. Tide's level 6. SF is level 7. Only hero who doesn't have those levels is Puck. Puck's been sort of playing a bit more passive. Oh, Queen of Pain. Caught out in the bottom lane. Sniped by the Puck in the jungle there. Really smart play. Drops the core, comes in with a silence just in time before the Queen of Pain blink was there. The push is on at top though. Hon Trash player leading the charge. There's mid lane. It's a just continuous split push coming out from these heroes. Are we seeing more items coming out anytime soon? It looks like WAM, well, they're sort of stuck in their own base for the time being. Only Templar Assassin daring to go out. As Luna, oh, gonna just go high ground. Dish a couple right clicks here. Immediately thinks about backing off. Are they actually going to look to make this go into the high ground? Even Queen of Pain was dead. Respawning now. Let's see how quickly Queen of Pain get back into the fray. Wang on the front lines. He's got his mech. Going to pop it already. They had taken quite a bit of damage just from the long range spam. They get the tower, well, hardly down at all. 300-400 damage there, but that's damage dealt. That's damage they can't heal off. Unless you've got a Treant Protector. The best hero in the game, of course. I say that, but he's really the worst hero in the game. Unfortunate for that poor hero. But hey, the push is going to continue, and well, Queen of Pain, yep, it's up. Level 3 Necro book. They summon it, they start getting to work here. They've got the, well, just a level 3 Lunar Blessing. Doing a lot of damage to this tier 3 tower pretty quickly. If Queen of Pain needs to be careful thinking, oh, got very, very low there. Are there earn charges? I believe Winter hasn't earned. He hasn't got any charges up. He's also got a gem on himself now. Enchantress is going to try and heal up the Queen of Pain to full HP, and these Necro books getting to work. Oh, that blue Necro. I thought almost one of those heroes killed it. It looks like the tower finished off. I thought that Fade Bolt almost takes out. That Fade Bolt kills it. Rubik gets down to about 200 HP. They don't get the tower with the first push, but here comes the second wave. The siege is still going, and this is, well, this is an uphill battle for WAM. This tier 3 tower going to go down. They're going to start getting to work on the Raxus. Necrobook on cooldown now as a result of that last fight. But hey, no Necrobook. They've got BKB. They've got plenty. I think Tide just going to pop a Ravage, but Luna's already BKB. Wang taking the damage himself. He gets disrupted. This could buy him time to go for an ultimate if he can find some heroes he needs, but Eclipse is already there. They've taken out 3, trying to make it 4 if they can get the Templar Assassin done from the Queen of Pain, and down goes the TA. Wang getting very, very low, but a 4-for-0 trade. 22 kills to 3, and these mid-Raxes now completely bare. No heroes to defend them, no tier 3 tower. They're going to go down. Oh, whoa, they found another hero. Puck, where were you? There's a little blood splatter where the Puck just died. And that's going to be the end of WAM's single Raxes here. Luna just going to, well, die to a tower. Top TA just said, well, just wanted to heal himself up a bit. Finish off these mid-Raxes, and oh, Tidehunter needs to be careful here. Queen of Pain going to go blinking in with a Necrobook. This will finish off the Tidehunter. There's no Ravage up to play around with, and now the chase is going to be on. They're looking just to kill some of these heroes in their own base here. SF, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Impetus finishes him off. Double kill for Ling. ABC's Ling, well, he's now got himself 6 kills, 5 assists, and he's almost finished that Acceptor as well. What are you doing, Queen of Pain? Check out those bottom Raxes. It looks like ABC. They're going to just back things off for the time being. They have got a lot of earn charges to heal up with, but they just want to push out these lanes. Queen of Pain goes top, and well, when Queen of Pain top, maybe we see WAM look to engage on bottom lane, or even look for something like a smoke gank. It's sort of these desperate times need some desperate measures, and that's going to be smoke gank, 5-man complexity style smoke gank. But when you're this far behind, I just don't see it working out. And by this far, I mean holy crap, this far. Look at that, and it's not just the sheer number of it's one thing, but look at as a percentage, almost triple their total gold earned. That is, I think, one of the biggest, as far as a percentage goes, one of the biggest gold differences I've ever seen. And it goes to show just how well ABC are playing. Coming into this tournament as one of the big-time favorites, and boy, are they just dismantling WAM right now. WAM in a Puck get caught out the mid lane. He's not long for this world. On Trash Player now on a godlike streak on his Luna. Mantis-style BKB. The Mantis now up, and well, his reign of destruction is just going to continue. And look at this, Darkseid now with a sheep stick as well. The item progression is just, it's really phenomenal right now. Queen of Pain starting to get to work on an Acceptor of her own. Enchantress, well, looks like Acceptor should be complete. I think it's coming out in that career, and they're going to get to work on this tier 3 tower. Necrobook, where are you, Necrobook? Queen of Pain, nope, no Necrobook just yet. They're going to go with the Darkseid Wall of Replica. Queen of Pain comes in from behind. Sonic Wave finishes off 2. Contrast Player gets his Beyond Godlike Streak. GG going to be caught. 3 heroes down. Necrobook going to count the Templar Assassin, but this is all over Red Rover for WAM. They're out of the winner bracket. They're going to drop down to the loser bracket here at the Armaggeddon Dota 2 Asia Grand Slam, and boy, did it not look good for them. This was not a pretty game. The most one-sided game we've had here yet, and well, it's a fast-paced way to get things started here on day 2. Day 2 of 4 here in Singapore at the Marina Bay Sands Convention Center. Those of you in Singapore, come on down. We're having a lot of fun. Come say hi to me, come take a photo. Come take a photo and say hi to some of the teams here. ABC, Winter, Dave, Ling, all these sort of former Malaysian pro players are here playing in this fantastic event. But guys, ABC, check out them. They're doing absolutely fantastic right now. They're just going to finish off these last tier 4 towers now. All business for them. I mean, they did not waste any time. They did not give WAM a single glimmer of hope right now. 3 kills was all they gave away, and well, those were, I mean, those were kills in exchange for about team wipes, generally speaking. As the tier 4 towers, the throne now going to get worked away. I mean, this is the end for WAM as far as their winner bracket run. They're going to drop down to the loser bracket. We'll see more of them today. ABC are done for today. Today is going to be a lot of the loser bracket matches, so we're going to see teams start getting knocked out. So today's where it gets exciting. Yesterday's matches, all in the winner bracket. We saw some fantastic games, but no one quite has been knocked out of the tournament yet. But today we see, I think, about 4 or 5 teams get knocked out with all our loser bracket matches. So we're going to go from about 12 teams down to 6 or 7 by the end of today. As right now, well, WAM, they're not to a good start, but they're still alive. We'll see more of them later today, guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in to the Beyond the Summit stream. Thanks everyone who's tuning in live here at the Armaggeddon Dota 2 Grand Slam. I'm God from Beyond the Summit, and thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll be back more with more live Dota 2 action.
attack.
That's yours!
Double my life. I sleep.
Clearly not your best.
Don't run off.
Dire's middle tower.
Strange. Sorry. Here I am.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Tower has fallen. Please.
My mega kid has.
Silence, gather round.
Our role play. All barracks are under attack. That was